Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk English with Lucy and Joseph. I'm Lucy.
And I'm Joseph. Today we're talking about something everyone can relate to, our daily routines. What do you do every day from morning to night?
That's right. Daily routines are perfect for English learners because we all have them, but they can be very different around the world. Let's start with the beginning of the day. Joseph, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. I'm definitely a morning person. I like to start my day early. The first thing I do is check my phone for messages. I know it's not the best habit, but I do it anyway. Then I brush my teeth and take a shower.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I wake up at 8:30. I'm not a morning person at all. I need my coffee before I can do anything. My morning routine is different. I wake up, make coffee immediately, and then I take a quick shower.
I always have breakfast at home, usually cereal and orange juice. It gives me energy for the day. What about your breakfast, Lucy? Do you eat at home before work?
I usually eat breakfast on my way to work, maybe a banana or a sandwich. I save time in the morning this way. I start work at 9:30 and I work in an office.
That's smart. Many people work from home now. Working from home changed many people's routines during the pandemic. People don't need to commute anymore. They can wake up later and wear comfortable clothes all day.
You're absolutely right, but some people miss talking to their colleagues face to face. Now, let's talk about lunchtime. Do you usually eat lunch at the same time every day?
I always eat lunch at 12:30. I usually bring lunch from home, like a salad or leftover dinner from yesterday. Sometimes I go to a restaurant with my coworkers. It's nice to take a break from work.
I eat lunch around 1 o'clock. I often order food online now. It's very convenient, but maybe not very healthy. Now, what about after work? What do you usually do in the evening?
After work, I usually go to the gym or take a walk in the park. Exercise helps me relax after a busy day. Then I cook dinner and watch Netflix. I like to read books in the evening, too.
That sounds relaxing. Sometimes I call my family or video chat with friends in the evening. Technology makes it easy to stay connected with people. What time do you usually go to bed?
I try to go to bed at 10:30, but sometimes I stay up late watching movies or reading. I know I should have a regular bedtime, but it's hard sometimes. Weekend routines are different, though.
Same here. I usually go to bed at 11, but on weekends I often stay up until midnight. Weekend routines are usually different from weekday routines, aren't they?
Definitely. On weekends, I wake up later, maybe at 9 or 10. I don't set an alarm. I like to have a big breakfast and spend time with my family. Weekends are for relaxing.
Our listeners come from all over the world, and I bet their daily routines are very different from ours. For example, in some countries, people have a siesta, an afternoon nap break. That sounds amazing to me.
A siesta does sound wonderful. I know in some countries, people also eat dinner much later than we do, sometimes at 9 or 10 at night. And in some cultures, having tea time in the afternoon is a very important part of the daily routine.
That's fascinating. You know, it's interesting how our own routines change as we get older. When I was in university, my routine was completely different. I would stay up very late studying and sleep until noon on weekends.
Yes, I was the same way. In university, I would eat dinner at midnight and think nothing of it. Now, I prefer to eat dinner at 6:30 and be in bed by 10:30. Our priorities definitely change as we get older.
Exactly. Now let's turn this into a little practice exercise for our listeners. While you're listening to this, think about your own daily routine. What time do you wake up? What's the first thing you do? What's your favorite part of your day?
Great idea! And if you want extra English practice, try describing your routine out loud in English. Use the present simple tense. I wake up at. I eat breakfast at. I go to work at. It's excellent practice for everyday English conversation.
Perfect. And one last thing. What about holiday routines? I love how holidays completely change our normal routines. On Christmas or New Year's Day, everything is different. We might wake up later, eat special foods, spend more time with family.
Yes, holiday routines can be the most memorable. In my family, we always have a big breakfast together on holidays, which we never do on regular days. It's those special routine changes that make holidays feel magical and different from everyday life.
I think our routines change with the seasons too. In winter, I wake up when it's still dark outside, which makes it so much harder to get out of bed. Do you change your routine when the seasons change?
Definitely. In summer, I love to exercise outside in the evening because the weather is nice. But in winter, I have to exercise indoors or early in the morning. Also, in winter, I drink more hot drinks throughout the day.
That makes sense. You know, earlier you mentioned checking your phone first thing in the morning. I think technology has really changed everyone's routines. Do you think technology helps our daily routines or makes them more complicated?
That's a great question. I think it's both. Technology helps me in many ways. I use apps to track my exercise, set alarms for different activities, and order food quickly. But sometimes I spend too much time on social media.
You know, Joseph, one thing I find really important is finding the right balance between having a routine and being flexible. Sometimes life happens and we can't stick to our perfect schedule. How do you handle those unexpected changes?
That's such a good point. I think the key is having a basic routine but not being too strict about it. For example, if I can't go to the gym in the evening, I might do some exercises at home instead. Or if I sleep late on one day, I don't worry too much. I just try to get back to my normal schedule the next day.
I love that approach. And I think having a good routine actually helps us be more productive. When we do the same things at the same times, we don't waste energy thinking about what to do next. Our brain can focus on the important tasks instead. Do you have any tips for our listeners who want to build a better routine?
My biggest tip is to start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Maybe just pick one thing, like drinking a glass of water every morning or reading for 10 minutes before bed. When that becomes a habit, then add something else.
That's excellent advice. I also think it helps to write down your routine or use a planner. And don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a day. Just get back to your routine the next day. Everyone has different daily routines, but we all do similar activities.
Exactly. Before we finish today's episode, let's give our listeners 3 simple words to remember from today's topic.
Great idea. The first word is routine, the things you do every day. The second word is habit, something you do regularly without thinking. And the third word is schedule, your plan for when you do different activities.
Thank you so much for listening to Real Talk English today. We hope this conversation about daily routines was helpful for your English learning journey.
We look forward to talking with you again in our next episode. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more English learning content.
And we'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment and tell us what topics you want us to discuss in future episodes. Until next time, keep practicing your English.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!